We'd like to welcome everyone to the Lee and Joe Jamail Texas Swimming Center for the first night of finals of the 2024 Long Course Sectional Championships. At this time, would you please rise for the playing of the national anthem? All timers, please report. Once again, all timers, please report. Our first event this evening is the women's 100-meter freestyle. The E-final is at the blocks. Swimming in lane 1 from Longhorn, Kate Christian. Lane 2 from Crawfish, Riley Semino. Lane 3 from South Shore Sails is Daria Cole. Lane 4 from Austin Swim Club, Alexandra Orris. Lane 5 from Lubbock Swim Club, Emery Fox. Lane 6 from Mansfield Aquatic Club, Callie Hooper. Lane 7 from Austin Swim Club, Elizaveta Pozenko. And lane 8 from Lakeside Aquatic Club, Emma Bibza. Hooper out in 28.7, 28.8 for Daria Cole. Daria Cole of South Shore Sails wins the E-Final with a time of 59.50. Alexander Orris of Austin Swim Club second in 59.87, and third is Eliza Pozenko of Austin Swim Club in 59.91. Next up is the D final. In lane 1 from Alamo area, Tessa Christensen. Lane 2 from Dad's Club, Elle Burke. Lane 3 from Winning Waters Aquatic Club, Vanessa Weatherford. Lane 4 from Alamo area is Emily Kitayama. Lane 5 from Longhorn is Barrett Berglund. Lane 6 from Nitro, Ella McQuinn. Lane 7 from Katie Aquatics is Allie Tomey. And lane 8 from Waterloo, Lauren Lucas. Berglund out in 27.7. 28.3 for Ella McQuinn. At the wall, it is Emily Kitayama of Alamo area winning the D final in 58.13. Barrett Berglund of Longhorn second in 58.33, just 0.2 back. And Elle Burke of Dad's Club third with a time of 59.19. Next up is the C final. In lane 1 from Waterloo, Sophia He. Lane 2 from Aquatex, Hannah O'Leary. Lane 3 from Alamo area, Kate Canales. Lane 4 from Aggie Swim Club, Ellis Fox. Lane 5 from Longhorn, Sienna Bruner. Lane 6 from Nitro is Stephanie Oyshin. Lane 7 from Waterloo, Hannah Seal. In lane 8 from Longhorn Aquatics, Lucy Gilbreth. Hannah Seal out in 28.0, 28.1 for Kate Canales and for Sienna Bruner. And we have a tie. For first in the C final, Ellis Fox of Aggie Swim Club and Hannah Seal of Waterloo, both touching in 58.27. Finishing third is Sienna Bruner of Longhorn in 58.35, just 8/100ths back. Next up is the B final. Swimming in lane 1 from City of Midland, Hannah Kruger. Lane 2 from Longhorn Aquatics is Brooke Adams. Lane 3 from Longhorn, Olivia McMurray. Lane 4 from Streamline Aquatics, Jaylee Hager. Lane 5 from Austin Swim Club, Ella Monganel. Lane 6 from Longhorn Aquatics, Sienna Schellinger. Lane 7 from Longhorn, Lillian Allison. And lane 8 from Streamline, Avery Hager. Schellinger out in 27.0, 27.4 for Brooke Adams. Avery Hager turning in 27.5. Brooke Adams of Longhorn wins the B final in 57.05, followed by her teammate Sienna Schellinger, who's second in 57.10. Olivia McMurray of Longhorn completes the sweep, touching in 57.43 for third. Championship final of the women's 100-meter freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 from Longhorn Aquatics, Amelia Bodenstab. Lane 2, Abigail Ahrens. Lane 3 from Longhorn Aquatics, Ava Longi. Lane 4, Chloe Stepanik. Lane 5 from Longhorn, Grace Cooper. Lane 6 from Tiger Aquatics, Michaela DeVilliers. Lane 7, Alexa Fulton. And lane 8 from Streamline Aquatics, Cora Skoog. Championship final of the women's 100-meter freestyle. Grace Cooper out in 26 flat, 26.4 for Chloe Stepanik, 26.8 for Ava Longi. It's a close one at the wall. It is Chloe Stepanik winning the championship final. The time of 54.99, just out touching Grace Cooper of Longhorn, who's second in 55.05, just 6/100ths back. Ava Longi of Longhorn third in 56.20. Our next event is the men's 100-meter freestyle. This is the E final. Swimming in lane 1, Boberkhan Yakungirov. Lane 2, Ben Liang. Lane 3, from Dad's Club, Andrew Joe. Lane 4, from Alamo area, John Ganser. Lane 5, from Waterloo, Zachary Hayes. Lane 6, from Longhorn, Walter Armstrong. Lane 7, from Austin Swim Club, is Jose Aleman. And lane 8, Greater Austin YMCA, is Zachary Collins. Jose Aleman of Austin Swim Club wins the E-Final with a time of 53:25. Ben Liang, second in 53:39, and we have a tie for third. Andrew Joe of Dad's Club and Walter Armstrong of Longhorn, both touching in 53:73. Next up is the D final. Swimming in lane 1 from Waterloo, Julian Rusk. Lane 2 from Longhorn, Travis Ayers. Lane 3 from Streamline Aquatics, Sawyer Stolarczyk. Lane 4 from Nitro, Cody Yount. Lane 5 from Nitro is Kelson Flynn. Lane 6 from Waterloo, Harrison Tater. Lane 7 from Alamo area, Leo Luna. And lane 8 from Metroplex is Ethan Benau. Cody Yount out in 25-6, 25-7 for Tater. Ethan Bonau of Metroplex wins the D final in 52.99. Kelson Flynn of Nitro second in 53.15. Third from Nitro is Cody Yount in 53.22. Next up is the C final. Swimming in lane 1 from Dad's Club, Nicholas Hensel. Lane 2 from Nitro, Daniel Bishop. Lane 3 from Aggie Swim Club is Brendan Studdert. Lane 4 from Tyler Rose Aquatic Club is Eli Likens. Lane 5 from Houston Bridge Bats is Peter Horton. Lane 6 from Longhorn Aquatics, Ethan Doler. Lane 7 from Austin Swim Club, Kyer Finaro. And lane 8 from Alamo area is Noah Otts. Doler out in 24.8. Brendan Studdert of Aggie Swim Club wins the C final in 51.92, followed by Peter Horton of Houston Bridge Bats, who's second in 52.02. Third is Ethan Doler of Longhorn with a time of 52.15. Next up is the B final. Swimming in lane 1 from Texas Gold, Wesley Geddes. Lane 2, Jackson Stallworth. Lane 3 from Waterloo, Aaron Gordon. Lane 4, Alexei Filipovich. Lane 5 from Blue Tide Aquatics, Luke Stibrich. Lane 6 from Dad's Club is Alex Meow. Lane 7 from Nitro, Ian Cullicott. In lane 8 from Aggie Swim Club is David Odorende. Odorende leading at 50, turning in 24-7. 24-9 for Stibrich.
Zoe Pertel is going into the third heat, lane 7.
Alexei Filipovich wins the B final with a time of 51.92, just out touching Luke Stibrich of Blue Tide, who touched in second in 51.97, just 5/100ths back. Third, Jackson Stallworth with a time of 51.99. Championship final of the men's 100-meter freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 from Longhorn Aquatics, Andrew Zettel. Lane 2 from Aggie Swim Club, Garrett Green. Lane 3 from Longhorn Aquatics, Manning Haskell. Lane 4 from Longhorn Aquatics, Will Modglin. Lane 5 from Dad's Club, Cade Duncan. Lane 6 from Streamline Aquatics, Evan Crowley. Lane 7 from Alamo area, Ethan Moore. Lane 8 from Longhorn Aquatics, Rowan Cox. Championship final of the men's 100-meter freestyle. Will Modglin out in 23-3. Manning Haskell in 24-3. 24-4 for Evan Crowley. Will Modglin of Longhorn Aquatics wins the championship final by body length, touching in 49.07. Manning Haskell of Longhorn second in 50.33. Cade Duncan of Dad's Club third in 50.79. Our next event is women's 200-meter breaststroke. This is the E final. Swimming in lane 1 from Aquatex, Hayden O'Leary. Lane 2 from Katie Aquatics, Sierra Robinson. Lane 3 from South Shore Sales, Avery Heron. Lane 4 from Crawfish Aquatics, Andy Clements. Lane 5 from Nitro is Stella Estepona. Lane 6 from Streamline Aquatics, Lillian Glasgow. Lane 7 from Alamo area, Parker Mandacina. And lane 8 from Longhorn is Caitlin Fawn. Mendocino out in 36-7. 37-7 for Estepona, 37-8 for Glasgow. Mendocino at 100 meters turns in 118.8. Glasgow 120.1. 121.0 for Fawn. Mendocino turns for home in 2:02.9, splits a 44.1 on the last 50. Lillian Glasgow in second in 2:04.1, 2:04.9 for Andy Clements. Parker Mendocino of Alamo area wins the E-Final in 2:46.78. Andy Clement of Crawfish Aquatics touching in second in 2:49.29, followed by Stella Estepona of Nitro, who touched third in 2:49.41. Next up is the D final. Swimming in lane 1 from Katie Aquatics, Allie Tomey. Lane 2 from Whitecaps of Westlake, Alexa Sanders. Lane 3 from Nitro, Antonia Lease. Lane 4 from Lakeside is Emma Bibsa. Lane 5 from Alamo area, Addison Graham. Lane 6 from Nitro, Elise Wynn. Lane 7 from Alamo area, Grace Pertel. And lane 8 from Crawfish Aquatics is Audrey Lemoine. At 100 meters, Elise Wynn turns in 1:17.4, splits 41.0 on the last 50. Antonia Lease in second at 1:18.4, 1:20.0 for Sanders. With 50 meters to go, Wynn turns in 159.4, splitting a 42.0. 202.7 for both Lease and Sanders, just a hundredth separating them. Elise Wynn of Nitro wins the D final in 2:43.82, followed by Alexa Sanders of Whitecaps of Westlake, who's second in 2:45.16, and Antonia Lease of Nitro, who's third in 2:46.97. Next up is the C final. Swimming in lane 1 from Power for Life, Reagan Olson. Lane 2 from Longhorn Aquatics, Natalie Holmes. Lane 3 from South Shore Sails, Daria Cole. Lane 4 from The Fleet, Simone Cabara. Lane 5 from Aggie Swim Club is Kaylee Coffey. Lane 6 from Crawfish Aquatics, Ava Ostendorf. Lane 7 from Alamo area is Zoe Pertel. And lane 8 from Dad's Club, Cassidy Kitchell. Coffee out in 36.2, 37.5 for Holmes. Kitchell turning in 37.8. Kaylee Coffey at 100 meters turns in 117.0, splits up 40.8 on the last 50. Holmes in second in 119.3, 119.6 for Cabara in third. Cabara split 41.3. With 50 meters to go, Coffey turns in 159.8, splitting a 42.7. Cabara in second at 2:01.5. Kaylee Coffey wins the C final with a time of 2:43.13. Coffey of Aggie Swim Club. We have a tie for second. Daria Cole of South Shore Sails and Simone Cabara of the Fleet, both touching in 2:43.65. Next up is the B final. Swimming in lane 1 from Dad's Club, Sophia Gasecki. Lane 2 from Alamo is Kate Canales. Lane 3 from Longhorn, Elizabeth Andrews. Lane 4 from Austin Swim Club is Hannah Pexa. Lane 5 from Aggie Swim Club, Charlotte Longbottom. Lane 6 from Aquatex, Hannah O'Leary. Lane 7 from Tomball, Alexis Messina. And lane 8 from Crawfish Aquatics, Molly Mayo.
That's control. That's what I wanted.
Andrews out in 35.5, 35.9 for Kate Canales in third. Hannah Pexa turning in 36.2. Andrews leads at 100 meters, turning in 1:16.2. Pexa in second at 1:16.6. Pexa outsplits Andrews 40.4 to 40.7. In third was Kate Canales at 1:17.7. Pexa turns for home in 1:57.1. Andrews 1:59.3. O'Leary in third. Hannah Pexa of Austin Swim Club wins the B final in 2:37.44. She split 40.33 on that final 50. Alexis Messina of Tomball second in 2:41.55. Hannah O'Leary of Aquatex touching in third in 2:42.03. Championship final of the women's 200-meter breaststroke. Swimming in lane 1 from Tiger Aquatics, Margaret Brahman. Lane 2 from Nitro, Aliana Markovic. Lane 3 from Longhorn Aquatics, Lindsay Hosch. Lane 4 from Aggie Swim Club, Desiree Mongawong. Lane 5 from Longhorn Aquatics, Riley Courtney. Lane 6 from Aggie Swim Club, Victoria Taylor. Lane 7 from Aggie Swim Club, Lydia Palmer. And lane 8, Ava Ippoliti. Championship final in the women's 200-meter breaststroke. Ippoliti out in 34.8, 35.2 for Lindsay Hosch, 35.3 for Margaret Brahman. Lindsay Hosch leads at 100 meters, turning in 1:14.4. She splits a 39.1. 1:15.1 for Ippoliti in second, splitting 40.3. Brahman in third. With 50 meters to go, Hosch turns in 1:54.6, splitting 40.2. Victoria Taylor in second at 1:55.6, 1:56.2 for Aliana Markovic. Markovic trying to run down Lindsay Hosch here in the last 5 meters. At the wall, it is Lindsay Hosch of Longhorn Aquatics winning the championship final in 2:35.43. Aliana Markovic of Nitro second in 2:35.60. And third is Victoria Taylor of Aggie Swim Club with a time of 2:36.11. Our next event is the men's 200-meter breaststroke. The E-final is at the blocks. Swimming in lane 1 from Longhorn, Micah Ognoski. Lane 2 from City of Plano, Paul Chu. Lane 3 from Metroplex, Porter Lane. Lane 4 from Tomball is Heath Lubson. Lane 5 from Mansfield, Daniel Orr. Lane 6 from Alamo area, Thane Carden. Lane 7 from Alamo, Carter Bartolini. And lane 8 from Nitro is Nathaniel Mester. Ognoski out in 33.3, followed by Carden, who turned in 33.5. Thane Carter leading at 100 meters, turning in 1:10.8, splitting a 37.3 on the last 50. Ognoski in second at 1:10.9. Daniel Orr in third. Carden with 50 meters to go turns in 1:50.3. Ognoski in second and 1:50.8. Orr in third at 1:51.0. Carter Bartolini of Alamo area splits 36.9 on the final 50 to win the E-final with a time of 2:28.15. Daniel Orr of Mansfield, second in 2:30.21. Thane Carden of Alamo, third in 2:30.25. Next up is the D final. In lane 1 from South Shore Sales, Arbert Zoo. Lane 2 from Waterloo, Taryn Kirkle. Lane 3 from Dad's Club, Gabriel Vasquez. Lane 4 from Longhorn, Tyler Shapley. Lane 5 from Crawfish, Noah Vargas. Lane 6 from Nitro, Zach Marshall. Lane 7 from Longhorn, Levi Skystus. In lane 8 from Mansfield, Lucas Cagle. Cagle out in 33.1, followed by Shapley, who turned in 33.3, 33.4 for Skystus. Tyler Shapley leading at 100 meters, turning in 1:10.9. Lucas Cagle at 1:11.1, 1:11.9 for Levi Skystus. Shapley with 50 meters to go, turning in 1:49.8, 1:50.1 for Cagle. Shapley splitting 38.8, 38.9 for Cagle. In third was Levi Skystus. Lucas Cagle pulling away on the final 50. He splits at 37.9 to touch in first in the D final in 2:28.07. Levi Skystus of Longhorn, second in 2:29.68, and third is Tyler Shapley of Longhorn with a time of 2:29.99. Next up is the C final. In lane 1 from Power for Life, Asher Lynn. Lane 2 from Longhorn, Rowan Cox. Lane 3 from Blue Tide, Michael Morris. Lane 4 from Waterloo is Joshua Carmichael. Lane 5 from Waterloo, Phoenix Milcarrick. Lane 6 from Waterloo, Max Lane. Lane 7 from Waterloo, Casey Copley. And lane 8 from Lubbock Swim Club is Gunnar Hansen. Max Lane out in 31.7. Morris 33-4, 33-6 for Hansen. Lane at 100 meters turns in 108.8. He split a 37.1. Morris splitting 37.7, turning in 111.1. Hansen in third at 111.4. He split a 37.8. With 50 meters to go, Max Lane turns in 146.0, splitting 37.1. Carmichael in second now in 148.7. Hansen in third at 150.4. Carmichael split 36.7 on that last 50. Carmichael trying to catch Max Lane at the wall, but it's going to be Max Lane of Waterloo winning the C final in 2:25.16. His teammate Joshua Carmichael second in 2:25.55. Rowan Cox of Longhorn third in 2:29.47. This is the B final. In lane 1 from Streamline Aquatics, James Piper. Lane 2 from Longhorn, Dax Schoenbeck. Lane 3 from Nitro, Gannon Flynn. Lane 4 from Alamo, Daniel King. Lane 5 from Metroplex, Hudson Baduniak. Lane 6 from Austin Swim Club is Joshua Warwick. Lane 7 from Blue Tie, Joseph Stevenson. And lane 8 from Dad's Club is Finian Hellman. Daniel King out in 31.4, 32.9 for Gannon Flynn. Baduniak in third, turning in 33.2. Daniel King leads at 100 meters, turning in 107.0, splitting a 35.6 on the last 50. Flynn in second at 110.0, 110.1 for Schoenbeck in third. Daniel King with 50 meters to go. Turns in 143.5, splits a 36.4. Stevenson in second now, 148.6, splitting 37.9. Schoenbeck in third at 148.8. He splits 38.7. Daniel King of Alamo making a statement in the B final with a time of 2:19.65. Joshua Stevenson of Blue Tide, second in 2:26.87. Sorry, that's Joseph Stevenson. And third is Dax Schoenbeck of Longhorn in 2:27.45. Championship final of the men's 200-meter breaststroke. Swimming in lane 1 from YMCA of Greater Austin, Coleman Brown. Lane 2 from Alamo area, Christian Georgie. Lane 3 from Nitro, Stephen Ma. Lane 4 from Longhorn, Nate Germanprey. Lane 5 from Waterloo, Raphael Wang. Lane 6 from Alamo area, Adrian Sorensen. Lane 7 from Blue Tide, Luke Stibrich. And lane 8 from South Shore Sales, Tony Laredo. Championship final of the men's 200-meter breaststroke. Germanprey out in 29.9, 30.6 for Wang, 32.1 for Luke Stibrich. At 100 meters, Germanprey turns in 103.6, splitting a 33.6. Wang in second at 104.5, splitting a 33.8. In third, Stibrich 108.2. Germanprey with 50 meters to go turns in 137.9, splitting a 34.3. Wang splits 35.3, turning in 139.9. Stephen Ma splits a 37.0 to move into third, turning in 145.5. Nate Germanprey of Longhorn Aquatics wins the A final in 2:13.38. Raphael Wang of Waterloo second in 2:16.61. Stephen Ma of Nitro third in 2:22.42. Our next event is women's 200-meter butterfly. This is the E final. In lane 1 from Nitro, Maria Gutierrez. Lane 2 from Power for Life, Reagan Olson. Lane 3, Shyla Norris. Lane 4 from Waterloo, Isabella Merkin. Lane 5 from Alamo, Grace Pertel. Lane 6 from Waterloo, Buttercup Rowe. Lane 7 from Alamo, Zoe Pertel. And lane 8 from Blue Tide, Marie Wakefield. Grace Pertel out in 33.0. Wakefield 33.4, 33.5 for Gutierrez. Grace Pertel leads at 100 meters, turning in 111.4, followed by Isabella Merkin, who turns in 111.8. 112.1 for Rebecca Ann Rowe. Merkin with 50 meters to go turns in 151.1. Pertel 151.5. Rowe 152.5. Isabella Merkin of Waterloo wins the E-final in 2:30.59. Grace Pertel of Alamo second in 2:31.73. Shyla Norris third with a time of 2:32.44. Next up is the D final. In lane 1 from Blue Tide, Zoe Frith. Lane 2 from Katie Aquatics, Abby Alvarez. Lane 3 from South Shore Sales, Holly Tenson. Lane 4 from Metroplex, Emily Nelson. Lane 5 from San Antonio Wave, Olivia Gonzalez. Lane 6 from Metroplex, Haley Roberson. Lane 7 from Alamo, Addison Graham. And lane 8 from Mansfield, Natalie Doe. Alvarez out in 32.2, followed by Nelson, who turns in 32.3. Graham in third, turning in 32.7. Alvarez leading at 100 meters, turning in 108.9, followed by Nelson, turning in 109.6. Tenson turns in 109.9. Tenson leads with 50 meters to go, turning in 148.3. Alvarez 148.38, so 7 100ths back. Nelson in third. Holly Tenson of South Shore Sales wins the D final in 227.94. Haley Roberson of Metroplex second in 228.72. Emily Nelson of Metroplex third in 229.22. Next up is the C final. In lane 1 from Longhorn, Amelia Bodenstab. Lane 2 from Katie Aquatics, Caden Betcher. Lane 3 from Franco's Fins, Eleanor Fritcher. Lane 4 from Mansfield, Lily Rossman. Lane 5 from Austin Swim Club, Mary Spivak. Lane 6 from Mansfield, Isabella Robaina. Lane 7 from Austin Swim Club, Laurel Hoskovich. And lane 8 from Alamo, Chloe Nader. Bodenstab leading at the 50, turning in 30.9, followed by Betcher, turning in 31.8. Rossman in third. Bodenstab leading at 100 meters, turning in 106.7. Rossman in second now, splitting 36.2, turning in 108.3. Chloe Nader in third. Rossman leads with 50 meters to go, splitting 37.6, turning in 146 flat. Bodenstab in second at 146.3, 146.7 for Fritcher in third. Here comes Amelia Bodenstab. Amelia Bodenstab of Longhorn splits 38.0 on the final 50 to win the C final in 224.43. Eleanor Fritcher of Franco's Fins second in 225.37. Lily Rossman of Mansfield third in 225.95. Next up is the B final. In lane 1 from City of Plano, Emery Callan. Lane 2 from Mansfield, Callie Hooper. Lane 3 from Streamline Aquatics, Jaylee Hager. Lane 4 from Mansfield is Abigail Slater. Lane 5 from Alamo area, Carolina Malden. Lane 6 from Dad's Club is Cassidy Kitchell. Lane 7 from Waterloo, Sophia He. And lane 8 from Nitro, Brooke Frushauer. Malden out in 31-3, 31-8 for He. Malden leading at the 100, turning in 106.2, splitting 34.9. Slater in second at 107.8, splitting 35.9. 108.5 for Frushauer in third. Malden with 50 meters to go turns in 142.0, splitting 35.8. Slater in second at 144.1. Frushauer in third at 145.7. Carolina Malden of Alamo area wins the B final. The time of 2:18.91. Abigail Slater of Mansfield, second in 2:21 flat. Third is Cassidy Kitchell of Dad's Club, touching in 2:24.69. Championship final of the women's 200-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane 1 from Aggie Swim Club, Sarah Holt. Lane 2 from Tiger Aquatics, Reagan Sweeney. Lane 3 from Alamo area, Emily Kitayama. Lane 4 from Longhorn Aquatics, Emma Sticklin. Lane 5 from Longhorn, Jillian Cox. Lane 6 from Alamo area, Montserrat Spielman. Lane 7 from Streamline Aquatics, Avery Hager. And lane 8 from Tiger Aquatics, Chloe Song. Championship final of the women's 200-meter butterfly. Emma Sticklin out in 28.2. 30.1 for Avery Hager. 30.5 for Montserrat Spielman. Stickland at the 100, turning in 1 minute point 3, splitting 32.1. Jillian Cox in second at 104.5. Cox splits 33.7. Spielman in third at 105.1, splitting a 34.6. Emma Stickland with 50 meters to go turns in 134.5, splitting a 34.2 on the last 50. Spielman in second now, splits 35.6, turning in 140.8. In third is Jillian Cox at 141.1. Cox splitting a 36.6. Here comes Emma Stickland. She was 2:12.09 this morning. Going to be well under that now. Emma Stickland of Longhorn Aquatics is your champion with a time of 2:08.95. The battle is for second, and it looks to be Montserrat Spielman, and it is Spielman of Alamo, touching second in 2:17.79. Chloe Song of Tiger Aquatics third in 2:18.05. Our next event is men's 200-meter butterfly. This is the E-final. In lane 1 from Waterloo, Joshua Carmichael. Lane 2 from Dad's Club, James Hackney. Lane 3 from Dad's Club is Larkin Hellman. Lane 4 from Waterloo, Timothy Guan. Lane 5 from Metroplex, Blake Despain. Lane 6 from San Antonio Wave, Philip Moo. Lane 7 from Mansfield, Jacob Sityar. And lane 8 from Katie Aquatics is Dylan Salgado. Hackney out in 28.9, 29.2 for Larkin Hellman. James Hackney leads at 100 meters, turning in 101.5, followed by his teammate Larkin Hellman, who turns in 102.8, 103.7 for Dylan Salgado. With 50 meters to go, Hackney turns in 135.1. Hellman, 136.6. Guan in third at 138.3. James Hackney of Dad's Club wins the E-final in 2:08.66. Larkin Hellman, also of Dad's Club, second in 2:10.10. And Philip Moo, San Antonio Wave, third in 2:13.81. Next up is the D-final. In lane 1 from Alamo, Casey Lowenborg. Lane 2, Patrick Maldonado. Lane 3 from Southwest Aquatic Team, Isaiah Eichel. Lane 4 from Austin Swim Club, Victor Teeters. Lane 5 from Texas Gold, Parker Childs. Lane 6 from San Antonio Wave, Ali Abdulmagid. Lane 7 from Crawfish Aquatics, Noah Vargas. And lane 8 from Alamo, Carter Bartolini. At 100 meters, Eichel turns in 101.5, splitting 33.1 on the last 50. Bartolini in second at 102.6. In third is Maldonado, 102.7. Eichel with 50 meters to go turns in 136.4. Maldonado in second at 136.48, so 7/100ths back. He split 33.7 on that last 50. Bartolini was in third. And Patrick Maldonado splits 34.4 on the final 50 to win the D final with a time of 2:10.97, just out touching Isaiah Eichel of Southwest Aquatic Team, who was second in 1:11.25. In third is Carter Bartolini of Alamo area with a time of 2:11.26. Next up is the C final. In lane 1 from Metroplex, Grant Chapa. Lane 2 from Southwest Aquatic Team, Hector Blanco. Lane 3 from Alamo, Noah Ott. Lane 4 from Mansfield, Solomon Goins. Lane 5 from Alamo, Seth Lackey. Lane 6 from Waterloo is Harrison Tater. Lane 7 from Longhorn, Micah Ognoski. And lane 8 from City of Midland is Luis Villalobos. Lackey out in 28.5. Seth Lackey leads at 100 meters, turning in 1:09, splitting 32.4 on the last 50. Noah Ott in second at 1:01.3. Goins 1/100th back of Ott. Lackey with 50 meters to go turns in 1:34.3, splitting 33.4. Goins splitting 33.3, turning in 1:34.7. Seth Lackey of Alamo area wins the C final with a time of 2:08.71. Solomon Goins of Mansfield second at 2:09.09. Third is Noah Odd of Alamo with a time of 2:09.67. Next up is the B final. Swimming in lane one from South Louisiana, swim team, Nathan Knoll. Lane two from Dad's Club, Max O'Neill. Lane three from Dad's Club, Ian O'Neill. Lane four from Metroplex, Donald Palmer. Lane five from Houston Hydra, Adam Speedy. Lane six from Waterloo is Aaron Gordon. Lane seven from Crawfish, Colin Candabat. And lane 8 from Texas Gold, Brady Bennett. Candabat leads at 100 meters, turning in 59.3. The Knoll in second in 59.7. 1 minute point 6 for Aaron Gordon. Candabat leads with 50 meters to go, turning in 132.6, 133.2 for Knoll, 134.5 for Adam Speedy in third. Colin Candabat of Crawfish Aquatics wins the B final with a time of 2:07.39. Nathan Knoll of South Louisiana Swim Team second in 2:07.77. Adam Speedy of Houston Hydra third in 2:08.12. Championship final of the men's 200-meter butterfly. Swimming in lane 1 from Texas Gold, Colton Bennett. Lane 2 from Lubbock Swim Club, Jones Lambert. Lane 3 from Waterloo, Andres Brooks. Lane 4 from Crawfish Aquatics, Matthew Okonski. Lane 5 from Alamo, William DeRazio. Lane 6 from Longhorn Aquatics, Sasha Lyubovsky. Lane 7 from Longhorn, Logan Walker. Lane 8 from Dad's Club, Alex Meow. Championship final of the men's 200-meter butterfly. Logan Walker out in 27-0, 27-6 for Meow, 27-8 for Okonski. Walker leading by half a body length at the 100, turning in 58-2, splitting 31-1. Meow in second at 59-2, splitting 31-5. Lyubovsky in third at 59-5, splitting 31-2. Logan Walker leads with 50 meters to go, turning in 130.4, 131.3 for Okonski. Here comes Matthew Okonski. Crawfish Aquatics, he splits 32.5 on the final 50 to win the men's two fly in 2:03.84. Finishing second, Logan Walker of Longhorn at 2:04.48. Third is Andres Brooks of Waterloo with a time of 2:04.69. Women's 800-meter freestyle. Heat 1, swimming in lane 2 from City of Plano, Emery Callan. Lane 3 from Nitro, Alexa Simmons. Lane 4 from Nitro, Elsbeth Shepard. Lane 5 from Aggie Swim Club, Lydia Palmer. Lane 6 from Aggie Swim Club, Kaylee Coffey. And lane 7 from Longhorn Aquatics, Alexandra Dunn. Women's 800-meter freestyle. Simmons out in 31-1, 31-2 for Lydia Palmer. Simmons leads at 100 meters, turning in 1:04.8, followed by Lydia Palmer, who turns in second in 1:05.3. At 200 meters, Alexis Simmons turns in 2:14.0. Kaylee Coffey in second now at 2:15.1, splitting 34.8 on the last 50. Palmer in third at 2:15.4. At 300 meters, Simmons turns in 3:24.0, splitting 35.0. Coffey splitting 34.9, turning in 3:25.1. Alexa Dunn also splitting 34.9. At 400 meters, Simmons turns in 4:33.4, splitting 35.2. Dunn in second, splitting 34.9, turning at 4:35.2. Coffey in third. Alexis Simmons coming in at 500 meters. She splits 34.6, turning in 5:43.0. Dunn in second at 5:45.0. Coffey in third at 5:46.2. Simmons at 600 meters turns in 6:52.5, splitting 34.6. 34.9 for Dunn, turning in 6:54.8. Coffey in third at 6:57.3. With 100 meters to go, Alexis Simmons turns in 8:01.8, splitting again 34.6. Dunn in second at 8:04.9. Coffey in third at 8:09.0. Dunn splitting 34.9. Alexis Simmons of Nitro wins the women's 800-meter freestyle with a time of 9:08.98. Alexander Dunn of Longhorn second in 9:14.61. And third, Kaylee Coffey of Aggie Swim Club in 9:19.72. Men's 800-meter freestyle, Heat 1. Swimming in lane 1 from Mansfield, Lucas Avatia. Lane 2 from Mansfield, Bryce Key. Lane 3 from SMU, Mark Van Ibergen. Lane 4 from SMU, Jack Forrest. Lane 5 from Longhorn, Tristan McCain. Lane 6 from Crawfish, Colin Candabat. Lane 7 from Crawfish, Alexander Cooper. And lane 8 from Houston Hydra, Adam Speedy. Men's 800-meter freestyle. So this is Heat 1 of a timed final. Heats 2 and 3 were swum earlier today. The top time was Grady Bell of Nitro, who finished in 8:30.40. McCain at 100 meters turns in 58.8. 59.4 for Van Ibergen. In third, 59.5 for Colin Candabat. At 200 meters, Van Ibergen in the lead, Turning in 2:02.1. McCain in second at 2:02.3. Jack Forrest in third now at 2:02.7. Jack Forrest splits 31.0 on that 50 to move into second. Ibergen in the lead. As it stands at 300 meters, it's a three-way race. Van Ibergen in the lead at 3:04.9. Forrest in second at 3:05.2. McCain in third at 3:05.7. Van Ibergen in the lead, but with the slowest split at 31.7. McCain and Forrest were 31.4 and 31.3. So the lead pack is about 5 seconds ahead of the pace set by Grady Bell in his heat earlier today. Van Ibergen and Forrest pacing each other at 400 meters. Van Ibergen 4:07.9, Forrest in 4:08.2, both splitting a 31.6. McCain in third splits 31.5, turning in 4:08.8. Forrest splits 31.2 to take the lead at 4:39.4 at 450 meters. And at 500 meters, Forrest leads by half a body length. Turning in 5:10.5, splitting 31.0. Van Ibergen in second, at split 31.7. Turning in 5:11.4. 5:13.9 for McCain in third, splitting a 32.7. At 600 meters, Jack Forrest turns in 6:13.1, splitting 31.4 on the last 50. Van Ibergen in second at 6:15.4, splitting a 31.8. Tristan McCain in third, 6:20.1, splitting a 33.3. Colin Candabat outsplit McCain by a second on that last 50. With 200 meters to go, can he catch Tristan McCain? Jack Forrest in the lead, splits 31.4 to Van Ibergen's 32.0. McCain splitting 32.2, Candabat splitting 32.5. Jack Forrest going into the bell lap. With 100 meters to go, he turns in 16:06, splitting a 31.4. Van Ibergen in second and 7:19.1. McCain in third at 7:25.3. And again, Candabat outsplits McCain. And he picked up almost a second and a half on that last 50. Forrest turns for home, 7:47.3, splitting 31.2. Van Ibergen at 7:50.9. In the battle for third, Candabat again outsplits McCain 31.7 to 32.4. McCain in third, 7:57.7, 7:58.8 for Candabat. Jack Forrest of SMU wins the men's 800-meter freestyle with a time of 8:17.32. Second is Mark Van Ibergen of SMU at 8:21.90. And third, Tristan McCain of Longhorn at 8:28.45. Those will be the three fastest times of the day. Grady Bell's time of 8:30.40 looks to put him fifth overall. That concludes our program for the evening. Have a great night. We'll see you in the morning.